Hello everybody, this is our following video about energy and energy industry for energy students. So today our topic is about solar basics. Solar have been using by humans for millions of years, and it's the ultimate source of the energy and fuels that we use today. People have used the sun's rays or solar radiation for thousands of years for worms, for dry meat, fruit, and grains. Over the time, people developed technologies to collect solar energy for heat and to convert it into electricity. So let's talk about collecting and using solar or thermal energy. An example of an early solar energy collection device is the solar oven. That's the box for collecting and absorbing the sunlight. In the 1830s, the British astronomer John used the solar oven to cook food during his expedition to Africa. People now use many different technologies for collecting and for converting solar radiation into heat energy for many uses. So how we use solar thermal energy systems to heat. So for what purposes? Firstly, we use solar energy to heat water. Water for use in homes, buildings, or swimming pools. And the next one is to heat the inside of our homes or greenhouses or other buildings. And the third purpose is to heat the fluids to high temperatures in solar thermal power plants. Using solar energy has two main benefits or advantages. So the first one is solar energy systems do not produce air pollutants or carbon dioxide, which is a very exciting thing. And the next one is solar energy systems on buildings have minimal effects on the environment, so no effect at all. So solar energy also has some limitations. So the first limitation, of course, the amount of sunlight that arrives at the Earth's surface is not permanent. That means it can be available at certain times of the year, certain seasons, certain maybe periods. So, or it can also depend on the weather conditions. The second limitation is, of course, the amount of sunlight reaching a square foot of the Earth's surface is relatively small, so a large surface area is necessary to absorb or collect a useful amount of energy. So where solar energy is found and used. So sunshine is radiant energy from the sun. The amount of solar radiation or solar energy that the Earth receives each day is many times greater than the total amount of all energy that people consume each day. Use of solar energy, especially for electricity generation, has increased a lot in the United States and other parts of the world in recent 30 years. Solar energy and the environment. As I said before, there is very minimal effect on the environment. So solar energy do not produce any air pollution or water pollution or greenhouse gases. So using solar energy can have a positive indirect effect on the environment when solar energy replaces or reduces the use of other energy resources that have larger effects on the environment. Let's talk about the questions. So as I have given so much information to you about the solar basics and solar energy, so you are about to answer the questions. So here is the list of the questions that you have to answer. So the first question, let's read the first one. For what purposes have people used the sun's rays for thousands of years? So you have to identify the initial primary purposes of the people that they have used the solar energy. So other questions will be answered by you or will be discussed in groups. So next task is about matching. So they're given some words with their meanings. So you have to identify the words and match them with their meanings. So let's do one of them. For example, there is the word fuel, for example. Fuel is the material. Let's take materials such as coal, gas, or oil that's burned to produce heat or power. That's called fuel. So others that you can do with your classmates or just yourself. Next exercise is the diagram or the picture. So you have to look at the picture and learn the process. There is the process of producing solar energy using solar panels. So here is, you have to understand the process itself, how the solar rays can be converted into solar power or energy for home use. So here you can use different words, topic related words, to express your opinions and give some maybe definitions to the process. Next one is, of course, our case study. So here are some lexical units of the case study and topic related words that can be really useful for you. So we discuss the words. Firstly, energy scarcity. We have discussed this word before. So scarcity means less of something, less amount of something. So energy scarcity, when there is the reduction in energy and or maybe less energy or fewer energy sources. Growing interest. Growing means they're increasing. It's becoming more and more interest. So next word is alternative energy resources. Alternative energy resources that can be the resources that can be substituted for other sources. Energy efficient technologies. They are the technologies or devices that can help us to use the energy in an efficient way. Lack of power storage. So power storage is the amount of power or energy. So lack of means there is no maybe power storage, no power source maybe. So affordable cost. Affordable cost means low cost. Very little money that you can buy it, you can afford it. The renewable energy sources. I know you know this word. So renewable energy sources, we have discussed the types of renewable energy sources, like for example, solar energy is the renewable energy source because it can be like renewed its sources. Peak demand hours. Peak demand hours, it's the hours that the something is in high demand, so everybody wants it. Household. Household is the management of the house. Store surplus energy. Surplus energy means lots of energy, so many amount of energy. So store means to keep, to save it. Certain times of the day. Certain times of the day means like exact period of the exact time of the day. And waste removal. So removal means to get rid of the waste. So waste removal, there can be some strategies to get rid of the waste. That's called waste removal. So let's look at the case itself. So let's read the case and give some solutions. So this is the case about energy efficient technologies. So let's read it. So as the demand for energy is growing day by day over the world, the energy scarcity is happening. Today, there is growing interest for alternative energy resources and energy efficient technologies around the world. One drawback is the lack of power storage at an affordable source. So there is no power storage things or devices maybe. Renewable energy sources produce most of their energy at certain times of the day. Like the sun, for example, only daytime you can have solar rays or solar radiation. As a result, these certain times of the day do not match with the peak demand hours of the household or businesses. As the sun cannot shine and the wind cannot blow for 24 hours a week, solar energy and wind power are unpredictable. So you have to suggest some ways, have to use wind and solar power in a more efficient way, and have to store surplus of energy for later use. So this is a very interesting topic. So I hope it will be really exciting for you to get some information and collect some ideas, discussing with your friends. So this is the end of the video. So I hope that will be really helpful for you. See you for the next episodes. Goodbye.